What's going on, YouTube? Back with another YouTube video, and today back with the last video of the series, best 2Ks of all time, all park related stuff, park gameplay, multiplayer, whatever you want to call it, whatever aspect. And as you can see by the title, we got 2K17, and we'll deep dive into why I feel like it's the best, what was good about it, what was bad about it, good, bad, ugly, all that good stuff. I'm not going to do a deep dive, but just very minuscule things. And then finish off the intro, always like spreading the word. So today from Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 11 and 12. I have observed something else under the sun. The fastest runner doesn't always win the race, and the strongest warrior doesn't always win the battle. The wise sometimes go hungry, and the skillful are not necessarily wealthy. And those who are educated don't always lead successful lives. It is all decided by chance, by being in the right place at the right time. People can never predict when hard times might come. Like fish in a net or birds in a trap, people are caught by sudden tragedy. So that was Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verses 11 and 12. Basically, there's a lot of things that we can't control in life, a lot of things, and I would say the best we can do is equip ourselves, become as well equipped as we can to become the best versions of ourselves. And becoming the most equipped means you have to put in work, yes, but sometimes that doesn't mean that you're always going to be successful. You know, some people feel like just because they put themselves in the best position possible that it's always going to work out, but unfortunately that's not how it works. You know, whether it's trying to get a job, you might be perfectly qualified, but you may not get the job because somebody else might get the job, or there might be something else. Somebody already knows somebody in the job, so they already got it. There's a lot of other stuff that goes on, you know, and a lot of the time you just have to control what you can't control at the end of the day, and just try to be the best version of yourself, because there's a lot in life that we can't control. But it doesn't mean that don't put no effort into anything, because you should always try to be the best version of yourself, and you can find that within God. God is going to give you all the answers. God is in control of everything, so if you go to him, submit yourself to his will that he has for you and for the world, everything's going to in the end work itself out. So that's Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verses 11 and 12, I believe I said. But getting into the video, let's run it down real quick. Why I have 2K17 as the best 2K. If you haven't checked the 2K16 video out, it pretty much was an upgrade. It felt like an upgrade from the past 2K. 2K16 was very fun, very basic, but then they added certain elements where it felt like it was an upgrade. You know, that was the first year they added archetypes. You know, I was talking about how 16 had build-wise. Let's break down one aspect at a time. Build-wise, they had the 2K16 had balance, inside, outside builds. 2K17 introduced archetypes, but those archetypes weren't just strict archetypes. Like, you made a playmaker, you could still do other things. You made a glass cleaner, you could still shoot the ball. Like, freaking had our big trap, CNoteGaming dead, whatever you go by now, but he was literally a glass cleaner just shooting threes. Like, it wasn't like, it was like that's what they specialized in. Like, if you made a slasher, that's what you specialized in, but you could still do other things on the court in 2K17. So I feel like they made that leap, and it wasn't as restrictive as it is now. I feel like it was pretty balanced, pretty good, pretty fun, and it was something new that they introduced that they expanded on now, but now they're going too far, in my opinion, with 2K25. They're trying to be so restrictive and all this stuff. I feel like there's just too much going into it now, and it's too intricate. Too intricate for certain people. So I feel like 2K17 had the right balance of builds. Like, this is a stretch, I'm shooting from half. Like, it's just, you still do that obviously, but now it's just so restrictive and everything. I feel like 2K17 had the perfect blend, perfect balance. And then you want to talk about dribbling and stuff like that, and movement speed and everything. It was faster paced. The game was fun. You could dribble. There was plenty of different ways you could dribble. You can dribble side to side, you can combo, you can stand still. Yeah, people had most of the same SIGs on. People had that, I forget what hop jumper it is. Hop jumper and step back people were doing all the time. But I can't remember what it was, but people were doing certain SIGs the same, but there were still different styles while using those same SIGs, which made it fun, because that's how it should be, a diversity. Now there's no diversity. So what else did 2K17 do? do good. 2K17, what else did they introduce? I would say, yeah, no, it was really just a vibe. And then it's still the same stuff. You look at the parks, it looks like a basketball park. Like, yeah, it's a carnival. This is a beach and there's freaking an aquarium in the background. But is it? Yeah, this one has the aquarium. Yeah, Mountain Dew. We're on a freaking, just a random location. Is this one on a ship? I don't think this one's on a ship, but everything feels like a basketball setting. Even Rivet City, when it was in this factory, you look around, there's no robots being built. It still feels like a basketball court because all the courts are compact and right next to each other, and it just felt like basketball. So everything was fun. And then look at that, you can string together moves, and don't even I didn't clip it, but the celebrations at the end, like you can run around, run to somebody, like smack them in the freaking face, do a backflip in their face. Like, it was just more fun, more creativity. Like, I don't like how restrictive the game is. Like, it's so restrictive. And then you look at the gameplay, you see ankle breakers. Like, look how much faster this game looks right now than 2K25. If we put 2K25 clip side by side with this, you would see, just look how much faster this gameplay looks. Like, it just looks 10 times faster. So I'm not saying game speed is the most determining factor, but you could tell when the game is faster, when the game has, like, when you can play with pace, like, it's more fun. You can get contact dunks, you can block shots, you can get ankle breakers. Like, a lot of these things were more prevalent. It felt more arcadey, but it wasn't too arcade to the point where it was just felt like NBA Jam or something. Like, it's nothing like that. It's still basketball, but it's still fun. Like, people, they're taking away the fun aspect when you try to balance things too much. Like, oh, these ankle breakers are too cheesy and all that stuff. Like, I get it when you're playing in comp setting, but now you got to understand that people are also trying to have fun. So you have to have the ankle breakers and the contact dunks and things like that. But I feel like that's the main thing, is how that was. The bad about 2K17, when we were in it, I would say there was still room for growth. There was still a lot of room for growth. Like, look, this is what I'm talking about with the celebrations. This is mad cool. But what was I about to say? There's still room for growth with 2K17. I feel like the dribbling was fun. That's when they kind of expanded on it a little bit, but there's still left room for growth. I would say 19, I would say, was peak dribbling, where you could actually string together a multitude of combos, everything flowed together kind of like that. I would say, honestly, I can't, like, looking back in hindsight, can't say there was too much wrong with the game. I would say now the things that we progressed to that were better is something like green or miss, which we regressed to, but it was, you had a green to make the shot. I would say stuff like having a dunk meter. Like, if they added green or miss to this game, a dunk meter, and I don't even know what else. I would say those two things is all this game needs that they added in later that is 10 times better. Badges, the grand badge, when you got your grand badge, bro, like, what? That's a feeling that some of you people haven't even experienced, but when you got your grand badge, memories. But yeah, what else? Badges in general, like, they helped, but once again, it wasn't the end all be all. Like, it wasn't like you had to have your badges. Like, it was a helper, but it wasn't like you need this badge on this level. Like, it helped, obviously. You had ankle breaker Hall of Fame, you was getting ankle breakers, but it wasn't the end all be all. Like, you need badges like you need now. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, the game was more simplistic, but it still had, yeah, we were low-key tough. This is CNG squad right here, 17. It was low-key tough. He had like a 90-something win percentage, like 5,000 games played. I want to say like a 94, 95 win percentage. I might be lowballing that too. I ain't even try cat right now, but that's what I'm saying, is the game was just more fun because it was more simple, and you couldn't really, like, I don't even know how to word it. Like, there's just a few more things this game needed. I would say stuff like defense. There were some like clunky, and not clunky animations, but things where it'd be like, okay, that shouldn't have happened, but that's just basketball. That's just 2K in general. But I feel like there's so much that this game was, honestly, I can't say, looking back at it compared to what we have now, I can't say anything was wrong with this game. I can't. So I would put 2K17 as the best 2K of all time, park related. And yeah, this is just fun looking at this. So I'm gonna keep on watching this. It was low-key tough back then. Like, this game just had so much vibe, so much fun. Mountain Dew. We had a legendary Mountain Dew run. I'm just chatting right now. You don't gotta keep these in if you don't want to, but we had a legendary Mountain Dew run where we went like 29-0, but we came in like 15th, 16th, and 17th because we just didn't have enough games played. Lose people who were A, cheating, and then B, like streamers, people who was like more famous and getting games quicker. He used to be really like that in 2K17. Not that we aren't now. I'm just saying, we was really one of them ones. We OGs in this, so you know what I'm saying? If y'all missed 2K17, I feel bad for y'all, but yeah, man, this game was goated, bro. We was tough at it. It's showing. I was just looking at it. It's just mad fun looking at it, but I'm gonna leave y'all at that. You know what I'm saying? This is perfect timing because 2K26 news should be coming out also, depending on when this video drops should already be out, so I'll be making videos on 2K26 news, and yeah, we'll get into that, and I'll catch y'all in those videos. Peace.